This is how we're getting ready for a big storm that's supposed to hit us here in the Smoky Mountains. And we live in an old RV. What do you do when you're getting ready for?
Big storm coming this week. It was supposed to be okay. Now everybody's getting worried. They said it's going to get down to 6 degrees. Last year, when it got down to 6 degrees, we had everything ready. But unfortunately, the power went out. When the power went out, so did the little pieces of tape that go around your garden hose to your RV. And so we lost water and everything. So this year, we're switching the campground over to city water if we lose power so that everybody can still have water pressure. So here's my list. One of the first things I have to do is I have to put antifreeze in my paint sprayer. My paint sprayer is a water-based paint sprayer. And if it was to freeze, it would hurt the hose, or it could split the machine itself because there's water in there. And you can't take the water out because then it will rust. So I've got to do that. I've got to get, and I'm going to take it over here next to where I am warming up and proofing my water. I got to go, as a matter of fact, I turned the water on. I got to get over there right now. So go ahead.
Donny was unhooking the propane tank that was empty so he can go get a new one. You can see it's already been cold enough for ice. The ice right up here on top of where the tire tracks were.
Okay, I found a use. I used to have this big outdoor carpet. It's right here. We put it inside of our clamshell. We used it on the floor. Great thing. But once it gets hit by the animals, and once it gets old, you can't use it anymore. I folded it up, put it under the RV. Just thought I'll throw it away someday. Well, now I have a use for it. So I have a hose coming out of the ground over here from the campground. So then this is going to go over that hose. We tuck it in. Now my hose does have a electrical tape wrapped around it. So, and that hose still runs over here. And that's all good when it's 20 to 30 degrees. But when you get down below 20 degrees, that little hose wrap does not work very well. Now this is dripping right now because I just filled my water tank, and I let it overflow. So
last year people had a freeze.
So I've got to let that's just going to drip out and drain. But if you come over here a little closer, stand right over here.
Tell them about last year people's freezing.
Yeah, last year.
People's frozen.
Yeah.
Pipes.
Because the electrical tape around the hose works. But what if your power goes out? Well, last year the power went out. Somebody had an accident or something on the road. The power went out at the campground, and everybody's water froze up. We didn't have water for 3 days. Thank you to the campground for letting us stay at one of the cabins during that time. Okay, so here I have underneath here my RV, I have a heat lamp. So I've got a heat lamp under here, keeping things warm. Okay, so that's keeping all the mechanism and under here warm. And then I'm going to put, this is going to be right here. There's the hose coming in. And so I can just shut this like this, and that will continue to drain. And then I'm going to wrap some stuff around this hose here. And then I've got a piece of wood that I'm going to lay over it to keep the wind from blowing it. So that's how we're doing the outside. And okay. Oh, and make sure that all of your up above, this is the sewer line, but if this sewer line's hanging down low here, that'll freeze and split. So make sure everything is up, make sure your sewer line is dry and there's no water in it that can freeze and expand. Now I'm going to take we've got some extra construction paper here and put it around my hose. And then I've got a waterproof drop cloth here that I hardly ever use. And I'm gonna lay that over all this and tuck this in here. And this will keep the wind from whistling through there too. So
A lot of RVers, when they're in cold climates, they put like a barrier around the bottom of their RVs. But it's usually not that cold here for us all the time. So
some of the RVs here have skirts, yeah.
yeah, but I mean it's usually not that cold here, like year round, like in the winter. We have some cold spells, but not all the time. So, but those things that, when you do that and put something around the bottom of your RV, it also draws critters.
Oh, that's why we didn't do it.
To nest under there.
Yeah. And you're always welcome to take a brick and put it on things, hold it down. So now we're ready for
cement block, bricks,
very low temperature,
heavy wood, whatever, you know, to
yep.
do that kind of stuff.
All right, this is my water-based paint sprayer. I have taken some antifreeze, regular car antifreeze. Now they do make one at the paint store. It's the same thing, but it's like twice the price. But you can buy something, you know, called Pump Armor that has antifreeze in it. But this way, what I'm doing is I'm mixing the water that's in the sprayer and in the hose with antifreeze. Now, of course, I'm going to have to use detergent and rinse it all out before I paint again, but I won't be painting it all this week until the following week when things warm up. So I just run this through the hose. The antifreeze is mixing with the paint and the water already in the sprayer. Nope. And that's it. Now my sprayer is now...
If you use antifreeze, make sure your dogs don't
your antifreeze,
get near it, because if they lick it, it can...
it'll kill you.
It can, yeah.
All right, so now I'm going to just take this and this and get that out of her reach. If you have antifreeze, it might be a good idea to put some extra in your cars for this coming week if you're in my area. So
Anywhere where you are that is going to be really cold.
yeah, it's going to be extra cold. You probably can't see it. I can't get the door open any further because of the thing, but this is my battery bay. This is where my house batteries are. I'm going to be putting just a regular household light bulb in this bay next.
To protect the batteries
Yeah,
from
to keep
freezing.
them warm, because these will freeze below, 20 degrees. They'll start to freeze. Here we are at the grocery store, Food City. Young lady getting us a brand new
Switching it out.
before this week hits.
Hey, here's a thought. If you're at the grocery store or Walmart or whatever and they have these throw blankets, those are not a bad idea to pick some of those up, because if your power goes out, you need everything you can to stay warm. It's Donny's inexpensive meal.
Yeah.
It's $2.79 instead of $3.99, so he'll get that and some dip, and then he'll have an inexpensive meal for lunch because he's a rabbit. Food City's got these little critter cookies. You know, that's like a lion and a pig and a octopus. And then look at their little critter cakes. There's a dog. And then there's another one back there, a brown dog. Those are really cute. Donny's trying to teach me how to get a better deal. That's $10.
This is $10
for that. But there's a lot of nice fruit in there. But he
A lot
said
of fruit in there, but we don't really like melon.
I'm not big on the green melon. I can
Not
eat it,
really
but
big
I'm not
on the
really,
grapes.
I do like the grapes.
Yeah. Well,
But-
you do, but you can
Yeah.
pick some grapes.
But he said, why don't you just get one of these trays and
Yep.
pick your own of
There's
what
no
you
watermelon.
want. So
There's
I'm gonna
some-
do that.
Yeah.
Watermelon doesn't stay good for too many days in a row when it's already cut. Pineapple was my dad's favorite, and I like pineapple. It's not my favorite, but I do like pineapple. And pineapple juice is good for you for a cough, by the way. You could add a little pineapple juice to your apple cider or your drink, hot drink or whatever, with some lemon, pineapple and lemon. That is good for you.
Yep. So we'll see. We won't get to weigh it till we get to the register. But we'll see if we save money off the $10. Now, if she picks 2 pounds worth of stuff, it's going to be $14, but it's stuff she wants. So that's what counts. And we know it's fresh. It hasn't been sitting in the refrigerator for a day or two.
There you go. Now, fruit was one reason that a keto diet wasn't my kind of thing. I'm a girl that craves fruit. This is the other side of the farm. They actually have little bags up here, or these containers that you can get your food with, and then the others, like side dishes and condiments and stuff. Donny likes to get spinach for his lunch, a spinach salad. We do have all these ingredients here for the salad as well. We have like hot soups here.
Oh, Donny would love that broccoli and cheddar.
Looks like chili right there.
Oh, that's a good looking chili right there.
This looks, Donny said,
White
this is a white
chicken
chili.
with Great Northern beans, or just Navy? Yeah, Great Northern.
This side has
Pinto beans and ham. This is the taco meat for the taco bar. And they squeeze it out. Make your own taco.
some nacho cheese dip.
Yeah, taco cheese, so you can get some chips. Now I want all that. But my mommy in my head says, we have food at home.
Donny is looking for light bulbs to go in those heater lamps.
See, these are all LED, and they're not going to be warm. I need
Yeah.
a bulb.
The yellow lights.
I need an
Old-fashioned
light
lights.
bulb like that, but then I need something to put it in.
In the pet food aisle for bird food, didn't find what we need. Picking up the water.
Yep, there's some other.
Don't forget your bread and milk, because you know that's what social media always tells you.
No.
Don't forget to rush for every storm and get your bread and milk. But it had to be white milk, right? It says these hot cold bags keep stuff frozen for 3 hours. And it says no ice needed, reusable, waterproof, and washable. And he's measuring the fruit to see how much it's going to cost.
$15.
$15.
I was better off with that $10, wasn't it?
It's $2.99. That's a good deal because that was like $6 over at for one half the size over at Walgreens.
This is the Food City value card. I call it the Food City don't take advantage of me card. When you're done, you beep it, 63, drop it all the way down to 60. So it saves you some money.
A few dollars.
Yeah, and the money goes on my 15 cents a gallon. So as soon as I reach $150, I get 15 cents off a gallon.
He is starving, so he got out his dip and he's gonna have some veggies
Dipping in.
while we go to the next store. We got Spotified by some very sweet viewers who came to buy a generator ahead of the storm. This is one of the best things you can have for any kind of storm. We just ran into some friends that watch the channel, and they just bought one of these, and they said it is cheaper to buy one of these now than to replace everything you have in the freezer, refrigerator, whatever, if it goes down. So if you are having any kind of a storm, a windstorm, a snowstorm, ice storm, tornado, hurricane, anything like that, I'm telling you, generator. Get a generator. They have them in gasoline generators, and you can find diesel generators also. Plus, you can get the smaller ones. You can see they have quite a different variety of generators here. And then you can look at the little ones as well. Plus, lots of plugs on there. All different kind of plugs of things, all kinds of things you can plug in. And there's a scan for find the best generator. We had dinner off camera with Doug and his farmer friend, Chris. Doug is D&T in Tennessee. I'll put his link in the description. They were staying in a cabin in Pigeon Forge, but they had to leave early because the snow was coming in over there where they live, also in West Tennessee.